Hello and welcome to Ferris Sports Update. I'm your host, Rob Bentley, and thanks for tuning in. On today's episode, we'll talk Bulldog football after a big road win. We'll also check in with the Ferris State soccer team and the Bulldog cross-country teams as they hosted their own home invitational. We'll start first, though, with Bulldog football and joined by head coach Tony Annese. And, Coach, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Rob.
I know a big win over Pittsburgh State in the opener, and this past week had to go on the road, and always nice to go on the road and come back with a victory.
Yeah, it is. It's a really good trip. Our guys handled, traveling pretty good distance, handled it really well, so very pleased about that.
How important was it as you went to Lake Erie to come out and really set the tone early and not avoid a letdown after the big win over Pittsburgh
Well,
State?
we were down 6-0, so I don't know how quick of a start it was, but we made some real, bad early mistakes, but we recovered, kept on going. Our kids, one thing we always do is we play really hard on all sides of the ball, so I was pleased by that.
As we go to some of the highlights, obviously for some of those guys, first road trip as a Bulldog and first experience kind of playing on the road.
Yeah, and still got a few guys that are a little nervous, and so it'll get better as time progresses for sure.
Dressed 70-plus guys, able to play all of them here on the road, which is kind of nice here as you jumped out in front early after their first score.
Yeah, it's good to be able to play a lot of guys. Still early in the season. You're looking to see as many guys that can make a mark as you can find.
How important was it here in this game we saw the defense right there, but to set the tone and really control the line of scrimmage? Yeah,
really good. Obviously, made a big mistake here on a mesh, and part of the deal is just doing your 111, not trying to do something more than you're supposed to do, and screwed it up pretty big time there.
They got that score, but got to like the response of your guys to come right back and come down and get some points.
Yeah, we definitely, I think we've got a lot of talent, and we're potentially capable of being a high-powered offense. Great to see Zach in the end zone there, but it's just a matter of execution. Just execute and do the little things that you need to do to successfully, function on every play.
Defense gave up just 27 yards in the first half, and the offense behind Wyatt Bauer right here really got rolling.
Yeah, Wyatt can really run, and Chase can really run. We moved Carson around a little bit. He can really run, and so we've got a lot of speed on our team, and just got to continue to execute.
Defense with a big interception here from Alston Ware, forced 3 turnovers on the day and really limited what Lake Erie could do offensively.
Yeah, it was, the defense really had a shutout. The offense gave up the 6 that they had. So it was great to have a shutout for our defense. I thought they played really good against Pitt too. And so it's just a matter of just, not giving up the big play against Pitt. We gave up a few big plays, but other than that, we've been really solid.
You were able to spread the ball around, and Carson Golker on the receiving end of a big touchdown, and came a year or so after he was injured.
Yeah, it's awesome to see, right? So he's having fun playing that position. We still are going to play him a quarterback, but it was really great to see him get in the end zone.
Here, Dakari Neely gets in the end zone for the first time in his career, and you're able to spread the ball around to a lot of different playmakers.
Yeah, Dakari's a redshirt freshman, and it's great to see him. He's really been a guy that's really grown.
How valuable was it here in the second half after the big halftime lead to be able to get a lot of these guys some experience?
Yeah, it's critically important. There's still some guys that we need to figure out, who the guys are, what's their capabilities. And as we continue, like Cavell Cooper, I think he rushed for 100 yards, but he didn't even hardly play in the first game. So just a matter of just continually growing and continually giving people opportunities.
Chase Carter in a quarterback, able to find the end zone 3 times here in the second half.
Yeah, he's a really gifted athlete as well, and so I love him, love his capabilities, and he's done a really nice job for us.
First time you've been to Lake Erie in 10 years, kind of hard to believe, but nice to come back here with a really commanding win.
Yeah, the play I remember 10 years ago was Landon Grove scoring a touchdown. Now the head coach at West Catholic, but he was a dynamic runner back in the day, and he broke a play as our quarterback and scored a touchdown.
63-6 the final score. And of course, Lake Erie in the Great Midwest Athletic Conference. You've got another GMAC opponent this week in Tiffin, which is a potential playoff team.
Yeah, really good team. Really, put a real big number on Wayne State last week, and the coach super guy. He's done a really great job there at Tiffin, but he used to be at Saginaw, so he's familiar with us, and he's done a really good job, and they're going to be a really good team, really challenge for us.
Obviously, here in the month of September, you had the one road game, but then back-to-back home games before you head into the bye week.
Yeah, so 3 weeks at home, and then see what happens, and I guess we start GLIAC play. So it's nice to be home. It'll be very comforting to know that we're playing in front of our home crowd again.
What did you like about your team, maybe moving from the first game to the second game? I know a lot of improvements made from week 1 to week 2, and what did you see out of your team this past week?
First off, it starts on the practice field. It always does. So, people assess games too much. I want to make sure that we're sharp in practice every day, and this team's a really good practice team, really good, and our coaches are doing a really good job and having really good looks in practice, really challenging looks. Scout team's doing great, and so those are the ways you can grow, and so I feel really good about that part of our team, and also just the ability to just give great effort. I mean, we're just people always say, oh, you're complacent, and I don't see any complacency from being entitled or oh, we won 3 out of 4 national championships. Those aren't things that really weigh on us. We are working to be the best we can be, and so I'm really proud of that.
Of course, Caleb Davis named the GLIAC Defensive Player of the Week after the big one over Lake Erie. Nice to see him, someone that's been around the program and has kind of elevated himself into a bigger role.
Yeah, Dub we call him, but yeah, he's really really grown his game. Had a great off season. Really worked hard this summer. Really strong and physical. And yeah, it's great to see him be GLIAC Player of the Week. Very excited about that.
How excited has it been, I guess, on both sides of the ball to see some new faces out there, some guys that have really stepped up their game and became valuable contributors for you? Yeah,
just looking at like people who scored the touchdowns. Zach had a touchdown, Chase had a couple, Tay Boyd had 2, Dakari had 1, so a lot of new faces, guys that are really capable of making plays, and it's good to see because as time progresses, as we grow our confidence, it's really we got some real playmakers.
Being back at home, had a big crowd for that opener. How nice is it going to be to have hopefully a big crowd and playing a Saturday night game?
Yeah, for sure. No doubts we're going to have a great crowd. Saturday night, 6 p.m. in Big Rapids. It'll be great. I think that it'll probably be better than the Thursday we had at Pitt State because there's no high school football on that Saturday. Last time we were home, we competed against, a little bit of high school football. So everybody in the area, come out and watch the Dogs play. It'll be a great game.
Well, Coach, congrats on the win, the 2-0 start, and we look forward to the matchup against Tiffin Saturday night.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. Appreciate it.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.